Hello everyone, welcome to day 6 of Salesforce Admin Certification Series. My name is Arpit Vijayvargiya. I am a Salesforce Technical Specialist at TechMatrix Consulting. I am a group leader of Salesforce Architect Group Ajmer. I am also co-founder of Blaze Your Certification. I am thankful to our host, Mr. Amit Chaudhary. He is a Salesforce MVP and organizer of Apex Hearts. Today, our agenda will be covering data and analytics, and it costs around 11% in Salesforce admin exam. In particular, this topic will cover some subtopics. So under data management, we'll be covering data import wizard, data export tool, and data loader. And in analytics management, we will cover the native Salesforce reports and dashboard available. Okay. So if we talk about data management, so the first tool we have is data import wizard. So this tool is available inside Salesforce itself. User can import up to 50,000 records at a time. We can prevent duplicate records also. And the supported object in this wizard is account, contact, lead, solution, campaign member, person account, and some custom objects. All custom objects. Okay. Now, if we talk about data export, okay, so we have a native data export feature also available in Salesforce. So in this feature, we can export weekly or monthly data, like we can schedule it, which will execute once in a week or once in a month. We can export data manually or schedule for once in a week or month. This weekly export option is not available in developer edition, but if you go for sandboxes or the production orgs, you will find that weekly export is also available. Okay. Now let's talk about data loader. So data loader, like to use data loader, installation is required on user system. So if I am a Salesforce user and I want to use data loader, then there must be some configuration will be done in my system to use it. We can load up to 5 million records. Okay, wherever in like and supported object, it support the object which were not supported by data import wizard also. So if there was some standard object which was not supported into, let's talk about opportunity. So opportunity is not supported into data import wizard, but it is supported into data loader. Okay. Let's talk about the difference between data loader versus data import wizard. So for data loader, like installation will be required, but for data import wizard, installation is not required. In data loader, we can export data also, but in data import wizard, we only can import the data. We cannot export the data. Okay. If we talk about data deletion, so in data loader, we can delete the data, but in data import wizard, we cannot delete the data. Okay. The number of supported records, so in data loader, we can upload up to 0 to 5 million records, but in data import wizard, we can upload up to 50,000 records only. In data loader, we cannot prevent duplicate records, but in data import wizard, we can prevent the duplicate records also. In data loader and data import wizard, in both the tools, validation rule will be executed. And in data loader, we can insert case and opportunity and some other objects also, like which were not supported into data import wizard. But in data import wizard, we have laser support with standard Salesforce objects. Okay, so let's talk about like let's see a demo of both of these tools, like how we can export the data from these tools. So I'm first showing the data export, like data export wizard. So let me show you my screen. Let me go into the Salesforce. So first we are talking about data loader. So to install it, you need to search data loader here. Okay. And here you have option to download it. If I click on the download button, it will take me to the external URL, and from here I can download it for Mac or Windows. And there are some steps are given, like how we can set up it. Okay, so accordingly we can set it up. Okay. Once we set it up, let me show you how we can access it. So like this is available here. Okay. If I want to like we have all the options: insert, update, upsert, delete, and export. So if I want to export data, I can export. So it is in a production. Okay. I'm taking it as a auth. Okay. Okay. I'm taking my username and password. This is my username. Okay. Opening the data loader. This is my password. I have click on the login button. So when we enter username and password for first time, it asks us to allow access. So I'm going to allow it. Okay. It is login successful. I'm clicking on the next. So I can search for any object like account I'm selecting. Okay. Or I can select the employee skills. Okay. I can browse the screen like where I want to store the data. So it's in downloads and extract CSV, the file is name. Okay. And I can name it something else like one.csv. I'm going to click on the next. It will ask me like it will ask me to choose the fields. Why I'm just selecting all the fields. If I want to apply any criteria, then I can apply the criteria here also. And I'm just clicking on the finish. And it was having one record. So I have successfully accepted the one record. Okay. Let me show you in my download section. So here is the one.csv file. I'm gonna open it. You could see this is the my file. Okay. Now if I want to insert or update the data, I can utilize the same tool, which is data export tool. So let me show you how I can insert the data. I click on this opening data loader again. Okay. I'm clicking on the insert. So again, I like when I close it, so it was like I was automatically logged out. I need to log in again, and I put my username and I'm putting my password. Okay. Allow. Click on next. So it was employee skill. I can browse the same CSV file. Okay. I can click on next. It contains one record. So we need to create, edit, and the mapping. So this employee field, I will map with the employee itself. Okay, sorry, it was below here. And for skills, I will map the skill field, the skill. So basically, it is like the fields were available here were the Salesforce fields, and these were available in my CSV file. Okay, so if you see like ID, like if you are inserting the ID cannot be mapped with any field. This is deleted, like last modify by ID, last modify date. These are the system fields. We cannot map these fields when you are inserting the record. Okay, so I click OK. I'm clicking on the next, and I'm just finishing. Okay, so when I insert a record, what happens? Like in the backend, there is an error and success file also generated. So in the error file, if there was any error was generated, that will be logged into here. So there was no error. So there was no, like, we don't have any data into the error file. For the success file, the success data will be there. So it will have the ID of newly inserted record also. This one. Okay. And status is item created. Let's see this data into the Salesforce also, like how it looks like into Salesforce. So I'm selecting for employee skill. Okay. So now we would have total two record. Okay. So this 3 1, like 003, it was created on older date, and the other one we have 004. So it has today's date, 3rd October. Okay. The date of I'm recording this video. Okay. Now let's talk about some other tools like data export. Okay, how we can export data with the help of data export tool also. So there are two way, like export now. So I can choose like which object I want to export. Okay, let's suppose I want to export account. Okay, and okay, then I will click on this start export. So it takes some time and it sends an email to the user. Okay, like the export has been queued and you will receive an email notification when it is completed. Okay, so when the data export will be done, I will receive an email, then I can come to this page again and I'll be able to see like the file has been generated and I will have option to download that file. Okay. Now let's talk about data import wizard. So this is data import wizard. This is native tool. We do not have to download anything and do not need to configure anything. Okay. I will click on this launch wizard. Okay. These are the objects available here. Okay. Standard object. And if I click on the custom object, then all the custom object will be available here. So again, I'm inserting the employee skill only. Okay. So I want to add a new record. Okay. I click here. Okay. And I would like to upload a CSV file from the system. Okay. Or I can drag and drop a file also. Okay. So let me do it. So now I am able to choose this file. Okay. We have few options like unique values in our data. Okay. So if you want to update like it help us to identify like we want to add a new record or update existing record. Okay. If you have any user field in your file and you want to assign it with the record owner, then you can do it. Okay. So I'm not touching any of these and I'm just clicking on the next button. Okay. Here we have some options. Okay. To map the fields. So these are the fields available in my CSV header, and I need to map these fields into with the Salesforce fields. Okay. So these fields, like we do not need to, if I select this field, okay, created by ID, then I will not have any field, right? Because these fields cannot be mapped while creating the fields, while creating the records. So for employee, like I have an employee field. Okay. I will choose this and map it. Okay. And similarly, I will do for skills. So we move to the next screen, but we have few options available here to map the fields. So we are matching the field with the name, okay, and which user field, or I can leave it none. Which user field is in your file designates record owner, so I'm leaving it also none. And which skill field in your file do you want to match against the skill lookup field? So this is skill name. And which employee field? So I'm just selecting the employee name. Okay. And sorry, my file is missed from here. Just give me a minute. Then I click on the next button. Okay. So I map the employee with the employee and skill with the skill. Okay. Now I'm clicking on the next. Okay. Two fields I have mapped. I have selected the import button. Now we'll be able to see the status here. Okay. There were two records. I was one record was process and one record was failed. So we are having only one record. Okay. We can see the result here. Okay. So this is result.csv and we'll see what error we are getting. Okay. So there was a issue into the mapping. Okay. So if you fix this issue with the mapping, like the ID is not found, then it will able to update insert the record. Okay. Now coming back to the slides. Okay. So in analytics management, we have this report. So report is a powerful tool to analyze Salesforce data, and it's a tool to answer some business questions. And a report type is used in creating reports. Okay. So what is report type? So in Salesforce, we have two kind of report type. One is standard and another is custom. So report type is basically a template for reports. Okay. So what kind of fields, what kind of objects will be used in this report or can be used in this report are decided with the help of report type. So report type determines which object and fields can shown into the report. And if we're creating a custom report type, we can choose one primary object and up to three child object into that. Okay. There are four type of reports available in Salesforce. One is a tabular report. So it's in a simplest type of report, just like a normal Excel sheet. Summary report. So whenever we apply row-wise grouping on the tabular report, it's become a summary report, and it is most commonly used report as far as my experience. Matrix report. So when we apply row and column grouping both together, then it becomes the matrix report. And the joint report, it allow you to create two or more report in a same display screen to compare data. Okay. Now talk about dashboard. So dashboard helps to show data of more than one report and represent it in a graphical way also. 20 components can be added on a dashboard, means 20 reports we can add into a dashboard. We can set which people can view data in the dashboard or view data is in dashboard. If people view set as a running user, so it is known as a dynamic dashboard. So what is mean by dynamic dashboard? So the person who is viewing the dashboard, the data will reflect as per his data security. Okay. So if I set a dashboard and I create a dashboard and I set a running user as a system admin user, then everybody who is able to see the dashboard, he will see data what a system admin can see. Okay. So if we want to make it dynamic, like the person who is seeing the dashboard data should be visible with respect to his or her data security, then we set the people view as a running user, and this is known as a dynamic dashboard. Users can subscribe to dashboards and reports also to get some information automatically in their email. So let's see how we can create reports and dashboards. Okay. So I'm coming to the Salesforce admin side. Let me search for report. Okay. So to select the reports, like it's not necessary we always come into the setup mode. Here also, it's visible as a tab, and I'll click on the report section, new button. Okay. Let me select like case. I'm starting a report. Okay. So this is a default, like by default view, and it is like tabular report only. Okay. So I run it, it's able to see it. If I want to make it summary report, okay, then I will add as a like status. So okay, if I refresh it or I will enable it, so I am able to see the reports with the status itself. Okay, this is a summary report. And if I want to make it matrix report, like on which date the case was open, okay, so it becomes the matrix report. Okay, so let me create a one more case. Okay, I'll come here, let me search for case. Okay, this is general inquiry. Okay, subject is testing and I'm just saving it. Okay, I just click on the refresh button. So you could see this is status, and like this is row wise summary and this is column wise summary. Okay, we have few more options, like if I want to hide this grand total, I can hide it. Okay, I can hide the detail row. Okay, so the detail row is also hidden. When I open it, I could see like total 3 records are here. These are the 3 records. Okay, uh, let me do one more thing. Let me come to the case, and let me change the status of, let me change the status of this case. So we'll see like how our report looks like. Okay, so 2 rows, 2 columns. Okay, so there is no escalated case which was opened on the today's date. Okay, this is how we can create the report. Okay, and if I come again on the report, okay, now let's talk about dashboard. So I can click on the new dashboard. Okay, give him like a Texas. I will add a component here. So I'll need to choose any. Okay, so the charts I can select. Okay, multiple reports we can add here. Okay, like it was in a service executive reports. Let me check if I have more. So case status by case owner. Okay, so like which user is having uh, more cases, right? And here is like view dashboard is me. So me means like the person who will see the dashboard, he will see the data as per my, like the person who is creating the dashboard, with the permission, with respect to the data security of the person who is creating dashboard. If I set a specific person, I can search for a user, okay, like Ansuja. So everybody who is reading this dashboard will be able to see the data with respect to the data security of Ansuja. If I select this dashboard viewer, then like it will be in a dynamic dashboard. Okay, we have few options of designing the data dashboard also. I have saved it. Okay, and I can save it as I want. Okay, so dynamic dashboard cannot be saved into a personal folder. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to select a different folder, all folder, company's dashboard, and select folder. Save. I'm able to save it now. Okay. If I want to share this dashboard with other user, then I need to set the folder itself. Okay. Now let's talk about the report type also. So click on the setup. So let's suppose I want to create a report on employee and employee skills. Okay. So what I will do, I'll click on the report type. Okay. I'll click on the continue. Okay. I'm selecting employee as a primary object. There are two employees, so I need to check which one is our custom. I will store it in the employees category. It's in a deployment stage. Let's click on the next button now. I already have click here, and it has employee skills. Okay. So you must have seen some report types in which you have noticed the with or without keyword, like account with contact, account without contacts. So how it is decided? So there is a relationship option is available. So uh, A denotes the employees and B denotes to employee skill. So if you choose this first, okay, so each a record, like each parent must have at least one child record. Okay, it means it will show only if employee has employee skills. Okay, and if we choose the second option, then it will not it will show the records either we have child record or not. Okay, I'm clicking on the next button. Okay, you could see there is a layout also. So edit layout, here we can choose the fields. Okay, so currently all fields are visible. If I want to remove the phone field, okay, let me, okay, sorry, let me edit it. Okay, so okay, I was able to drag it here. Now let me save it. Now let's go and create a report. I click on the new report. I'll select the report type employee. This one, this is custom. Okay, like it's all time, and some filters like all employees. Okay, and I'm running it. Okay, if I talk about adding more fields, then like email I can, like employee ID I can edit. but you could see the phone option will not be visible because I have removed it from report type. Okay, that's the reason. That's how we can control the fields from the report type. Okay, so let me do one more thing. Let me create an employee also. It's all right. Okay, and let's run it. So we are not able to see Amit data here, but if I add a skill towards Amit, let's see what happens. Because we choose the option of at least like the parent at least have a one child record. Okay, coming back to slides. Now it's questions time. So like the first question is Apex R is looking into backup methods. Which set of small and large data backup methods are available in native Salesforce? So they do not want to uh, go into Apex in the package also. They are just looking for the native Salesforce option which Salesforce provides. So data loader Salesforce provide. Weekly data export, it is also provided by Salesforce, and the export reports also. So how the export report works, let me show you. Like once we create a report, we have this export option also. So with the help of this also, we can export the data. Okay, so let me export. See, I was able to export the data, and let me show it. If I could show, the Excel file is getting opened. See, I was able to download the data with the Salesforce report also. ApexR wants to add charts to a Salesforce dashboard. What are three standard charts type are available? There are many more available. These three I have just taken as for example, table, goes, bar. But if you want to see more, I could show you on the dashboard, like the dashboard you are creating. Okay, if I edit it, I, if I want to edit it here, you could see we have multiple charts available. Okay, horizontal bar chart, vertical, stack horizontal bar chart, stack vertical bar chart, line chart, donut, okay, go chart, okay, funnel, okay, lightning table. This type of charts are available. Okay, ApexR is importing data and has many records that do not meet the data validation criteria. What will happen? So the import will be failed only for the invalid data. So if there are 1,000 record we are going to insert importing in Salesforce via import wizard or beta loader both. So if out of 1,000, if 100 records has invalid data, they have bad data, and the data is like not compatible with the Salesforce format, or any field value is missing or something like that, then what will happen? So the 900 record will be uploaded successfully. For 1000 records, there will be error. So if you are using data loader, you will get two files generated. One is success file, one is error file. And in success file, you will see 900 records. And in the error file, you will see 100 records. Okay. That's all about today. Thank you so much for joining us. See you in the next video. Thank you, everyone.